Good afternoon. I am so glad that you are able to join us today virtually as we complete our week-long observance of the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The annual Martin Luther King Jr. Candlelight Ceremony is the oldest MLK observance event here at K-State. We hold this ceremony every year because Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. was a proud member of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity was founded on Tuesday, December 4th, 1906 at Cornell University in Ithaca, New York, becoming the first intercollegiate fraternity founded for African Americans. Dr. King was initiated on June 22, 1952 into the Sigma chapter while he was a doctoral student at Boston University in Boston, Massachusetts. As my brothers of Alpha Phi Alpha perform this candle lighting ceremony, we hope that all of you will reflect on the words that are spoken and will commit yourselves to continue the work that Dr. King gave his life for. Thank you.
I light this candle in memory of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who gave his life for justice and freedom, who taught and lived nonviolence, who called us to love one another. We remember all those freedom fighters who risked their lives that we might live in the dignity of freedom and human rights. I light this candle in memory.
I light this candle in solidarity with all those around the world who suffer and commit their lives, those who are in prison and tortured because of their struggle for justice and human dignity. I light this candle in solidarity.
I light this candle in love for family and friends of those who have died or are in prison, in love for those of our human families whose pain under discrimination and oppression goes on and on. I light this candle in love.
I light this candle in repentance for our continued racism and sexism that annihilates persons from our communities because of race or creed, sexual orientation or gender, disabilities or age. In repentance for our failure to hear the cries of the poor and the hungry and the oppressed cries to be treated with dignity and respect. In repentance for our misplaced priorities of violence over nonviolence, of war over negotiation, of weapons over healthcare. Our failure to share our wealth in the community with the developing peoples of the world. I light this candle in repentance.
I light this candle in hope that justice and world community might come in our time, the hungry fed, the oppressed set free, and the poor empowered. In hope of Martin Luther King Jr., that war might cease and all the children of the world live in peace. I light this candle in hope.
I light this candle in thankfulness for those who give support to the oppressed, the poor, the homeless, and the sick who walk in the shadow of death. In thankfulness for those who listen with compassion and walk in solidarity and advocacy for the disenfranchised, the poor, the sick, and dying. I light this candle in thankfulness.
I light this candle in commitment that we offer ourselves this night to fulfill the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. A new sense of love and caring, a new spirit of solidarity and advocacy. A commitment to be drum majors for peace and justice, to work together to build nonviolently a world community where we live not in retaliation, but in respect and affirmation for our diversity and our oneness under God. A commitment of Martin Luther King's dream that love is greater than our differences, stronger than hate and death. I light this candle in commitment.